We are still at the restaurant Au Pain Béni in l'Auberge Place d'Armes in the old Quebec City. And I will tell you some more about the history of the place with the son. You remember Madame Doré told us about her son. So the son is here, Marc-Antoine Doré. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Marc-Antoine, I know that there's a story that began with you finding the building here, wanted to buy it, and then asking your mother to decorate it. But I think you have a slightly different version of the story.
Yes, slightly, we like story here. So 10 years ago now.
Already?
Already, yes. My mother called me. I was about to buy another kind of building, an apartment building, and she told me, you know, in the old town, there's a particular building. It's a hotel with a restaurant on the ground floor.
So first revelation, she called first.
Yes, she called first. And do you think we should do that? And I said, yes, immediately in a fraction of a second. And then in that fraction of a second, was seeing us, in fact, sorry,
yeah.
that, you know, the restaurant was paying a rent to the owner of the building.
Okay.
And I saw it having also the restaurant and the hotel. So it started like this.
You established a very interesting formula here because, of course, we are in the old Quebec City. Mm-hmm. Of course, it is very touristic. We have a lot of big places, big restaurants, very noisy. Here, the place is very intimate.
Yes.
Was it something you wanted to create?
Yes, absolutely. We know that here in Quebec City, maybe I would say half of restaurant as a kind of touristical trap.
Yeah.
It's
well,
like in every
very
city,
touristic, very touristic.
You know, like
yeah.
this. But here we didn't want to do that as for the restaurant or the hotel. And we want to give people an experience of old Quebec. We're very proud of our city. We think it's a beautiful city. I traveled a lot in the world, and I also traveled for 2 months and a half alone on my motorcycle in Europe. And when I came back, I immediately came here in Quebec City, in front of the hotel with my motorcycle, and I was, oh God, it's such a nice city, even
Feels
though
good
if
to
I
live
saw
here.
so many beautiful things in Africa and Europe, and so...
It's interesting to be here too.
Yes.
And tell me about the famous clients that you have, because I know it's something that we all want to hear about. You know, who are the famous clients coming at the restaurant? Well, you have a few, and they mostly come because of the intimacy here.
Yes. Well, in fact, you know, there's the... I'm a fan of How I Met Your Mother.
Yes.
And you know the girl that the child of the father.
Yes.
Fact, she slept here in the hotel. And
really?
Yes.
So you see,
everyone was like this, and I just and I'm kind of a fan of that series, and she was here.
But even writers, Quebec writers, like Christine Brouillet came here, Mr. Normand Brathwaite came, Mr. Jean-René Dufort. Well, these are Quebec famous people. But still, it means something.
Yes.
It means that, yes, the place represents Quebec, old town, but there is this intimacy and the quality as well, the quality of your products.
I know it's also a kind of a unique product here in Old Quebec. It's hard to find a hotel and a restaurant attached to each other, and you can feel it's all together. And I don't have any example of anything else in here in the city. Yes.
Let's talk about the wine. I know it's very important. I know that you write the wine menu as a teamwork again. And when you say teamwork, it's serious. You don't say that to look friendly or to look like a good boss. It's true. The chef, Simon, was a friend of yours years ago. Even the waiters here are friends, and they can create whatever they want with the wine.
Yes, almost everything, of course.
They have carte blanche, like we say in French.
Yes, they are. And we have a lot of representatives that come almost every week here, and we're tasting a lot of wine, and I let them to choose what they want. In fact,
a lot of private importations as well.
Yes, well, I would say quarter of the menu of the wine list.
And the discoveries from here from Quebec, from the territory. You like that as well?
Yes, yes, and there's a lot of salon. I don't know how to say in English.
Yes, yes, salon congress is about
to taste things from local producer, especially here in Orleans Island.
Yes,
there are many very good producers, and we represent them proudly here in the restaurant.
Well, it's very interesting to hear about that because I know that in Canada we make some wine, but in Quebec especially, and quality wine enough to be on the menu here and to go with the amazing food.
You couldn't do that maybe 10 years ago, but now there's so much work all around here in the province and even here near of the city that now we can present them proudly.
Do you surprise the tourists with that? Are they surprised to see these products on the menu?
Especially French people. They're really French people from France.
Yes.
They want to try. They really want to try and everything because I know, I lived in France too for 1 year and I was in Burgundy. And when you live in Burgundy, you want to drink Burgundy wine. And if you live in Bordeaux, people from Bordeaux want to drink Bordeaux wine. But when they travel, they want to try it and they really like it.
So great discoveries here at the Pain Béni. Thank you very much, Monsieur Doré.
Merci.